Welcome to Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting. Welcome to the Enlightenment Academy, where the journey of discovering your inner magic begins. In a world filled with endless possibilities, we invite you to explore the depths of your being and unlock the mysteries of your true potential. Through insightful teachings, transformative practices, and enlightening conversations, we empower you to access the brilliance that resides within you. Join us as we embark on a path of self-discovery, empowerment, and spiritual awakening. Are you ready to tap into the infinite wellspring of magic within you? Here is your host, Venus Castleberg.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Nice to be here with all of you. Hello, Kimberly. Thanks for saying hello. Yep, if you're here, give me a wave, give me a hello, give me a hi. How are you? I love to see all the beautiful people out there on today's. Hi, Nina. Yay. So nice to have you here. Today, how do I raise my vibration? So I picked this topic for a couple of reasons. And there's something going on right now. It has been going on for a while, but maybe some of you don't know that there has been what's called the Ascension process. So the Ascension process is essentially, you can totally give us a call and ask questions. That would be great. The Ascension process is essentially, we are moving, and as light workers, who most of you are, because you're here watching this right now, you wouldn't be even curious or remotely interested in what I have to say if you weren't a light worker. If you weren't here to make the world a better place in some way. So I'm sure you've all heard this, that we've been moving from third dimension to fourth dimension to fifth dimension. Yes, as a matter of fact, and some of us are already in fifth dimension and moving from fifth to seventh dimension. And as we move from fifth to seventh dimension, light workers are always the way showers, the ones that go first, the ones that show people there's a different possibility, there's a different way of being in the world, a different energy that we can vibrate, right? And as we vibrate at a higher frequency, at a different frequency, we then are able to create things from that frequency. So things around us, as we start to tap into that, start to happen as if by magic. You have magical things showing up. People offering their whole house to you while they're out of town, and you stay in this beautiful place on vacation for free. Just random stuff, right? It seems like random stuff, but But that's part of like, as your frequency vibrates higher, as you become a different frequency, you attract more of that energy towards you, right? Like kind of like moss to a flame, the magnetic energy, right? The magnetic energy that you are attracts more of that. So, as somebody who has spent plenty of time in lower frequencies and lower vibrations, I've had depression, I've had, major physical things happen, broken arms and all sorts of things. So, car crashes, we've all been through it. Hi, Sean. Nice to see you, honey. So we've, like, when you're in that frequency, when you're in that lower vibration, and not from a hierarchy, but from a like just a different frequency. It's not, lower frequency is not bad or wrong. Higher frequency is not right or good. It's just different, right? But when you're in that, like, just, you can even think about that. Like, when was the last time that you were struggling with something? Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, relationships, body stuff, you name it, right? When you're in that like kind of lower energy, then that lower energy attracts more of that lower energy. So it's like, okay, so how do I get myself out of, let's say you're kind of in this like in the mud, in the muck, right? So how do you get yourself out of the mud and into a different frequency? I actually used to have a podcast called Frequency of Change. And I did it for a little while, and then, I changed my mind as I do. But it was really about like, how do we get into a different frequency so that we can attract more of what it is that we truly desire and are asking for in our lives. And it is harder to attract positivity or attract things that you are asking for when you're in that kind of muddy state. Now, the muddy state, again, is not wrong. I've had it and all go through it. So it doesn't necessarily go away, right? So I do want to make sure that you know that life will still happen. But then when you're in that muddy state, what do you do to raise your frequency? How can you get yourself to a higher vibration when you're in the cesspool or the mud or whatever you want to call it? Right? So I have many tricks. I've used them all. I still continue to use them all because I also believe that we can always go even higher, or we can vibrate at an even lighter, maybe that's a better way of saying it, a lighter frequency. And notice how when you're in the mud, it's a lot heavier, right? So we can go from heavier to lighter. How do you do that, right? How do you do that? Well, a couple of tricks I have up my sleeve, and one of them is, I know you've all heard drink water, but I'm not kidding you. Like, drink a bunch of water. If you are in a like, yeah, you're feeling like not really good today, you're not feeling great today, drink like a half a gallon of water. Like, or a gallon of water. I drink a gallon of water a day, and it does truly, as one of the simplest like frequency changers I've ever found, other than the fact that you have to do it, is that you have to drink, like, you don't have to drink water, but when you drink water, what does that change? How does that change your energy? Right? Even just play with it. Drink just a quart, like when you're feeling like in the pit of your stomach and you're like, I don't know where to turn. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's next for me. I'm like, okay, drink a quart of water as fast as you can. Just try it, right? And again, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm just here to share the tools that I've discovered really help to raise my vibration in times that are not that great. So hello and welcome, Jason and Bob. Nice to have you. So water's one of them. Also, everybody do this right now. So when you're depressed or in a weird state or wonky, right? You're feeling wonky. What do most people do? Just think about that. Most people look down. They're like, oh, the world. And we start to get hunched over, right? like like looking down at the ground. Yep. Okay. So everybody, just for fun, no matter where you're looking right now, you're probably looking at the camera and looking at me, but try that. Look at the ground, look at the floor for a minute. Notice how you feel in your body. Notice the energy that's going on in your body. And now everybody look up. Look up to the sky, look up to the ceiling, look up, just look up. And how does that feel in your body? Do you notice something different? And if you do, go ahead and comment. I'd love to hear what your feedback was. Did you notice a difference between looking down and looking up? Or were you, as soon as I started talking, did you go and get some water, right? And water, everything is energy, right? And everything is a frequency already. So these are just a couple of quick tricks of okay, how can I raise my vibration in the moment, right? And then there's other things that many of you probably already know, things like meditation, getting outside, right? I know when I'm depressed, and I'm just as guilty of this, when I'm not feeling it, or I'm not that I want to haul up inside. I want to curl up in a ball. I want to look at the floor. I want to right? I don't want to be outside, because outside in nature, guess what's happening all the time? A higher frequency is constantly vibrating out in nature, because that's nature. And nature is always inviting us to a higher frequency, to a lighter frequency. So step outside, put your feet on the ground, right? Feel the earth. Notice the trees or the birds or the bees, right? What do you see? What do you perceive, right? Cool. Awesome. So now let's just some quick tools, right? So just try it. Some of you have animals. Go and pet your animals, hug your animals. Give somebody a hug, but hug them till the count of 20 in your mind. Could you hug somebody for 20 seconds? Right? There's something in your nervous system that calms down when you hug somebody for a long time, because you both relax. But it's really, a lot of times we go in and we do this quick hug. Okay. So those are just some quick tricks that I've learned to raising the vibration. But why would we want to do that? Anybody have any ideas? Why would we want to be raising our vibration? So since we're going through, just so you guys know, and this may address yours, Jason, a little bit. So we are going through the Ascension process I told you about. But guess what comes with some, not for everybody, because if you don't have this, please don't pick it up and think that now you have to go create it, because you don't. But some of us are having Ascension. We're going through the Ascension process, and we're having Ascension process symptoms. Right? So what? Thank you, Bob. That's awesome. Yep. To connect. Yeah. Why would we want to raise our vibration? To connect. Right? Because I'll comment on that real quick before I go into the symptom thing. Where do your guardian angels, spirit guides, where are they? Are they vibrating in a different frequency? Do you think it would be easier to connect with them at their frequency if you were in a lighter frequency? Something to ponder. Just curious. Okay, but Ascension, process, symptoms. Yes. So if you are somebody out there that is having some crazy symptoms that are not like, you go to the doctors don't know anything about it. It's you didn't have it before and now you have it, and right. So um, these symptoms for some people, again, you have to follow what's light for you, what's true for you, and just be like, okay, is this ascension process symptoms, right? Yeah. So you've had some random physical stuff happening. Your body is trying to start vibrating at a different frequency, at a lighter frequency, moving from fifth dimension to seventh dimension. So this process is causing some random physical stuff. So I know for me, when I learn stuff like this, it creates some ease for me and some relaxation, because I realize that, okay, I'm not crazy. It's not food. I don't have to go like cut everything out of my diet or, but there's something going on. And I ask the question, and this, you can ask this for yourself. If you have some random physical thing going on, you can just go, truth, is this part of my ascension process? And if it is, then just ask, okay, body, could we just have a little bit more ease with it, please? Because your body will accommodate you, right? Your body can be like, okay, we can have some more ease with this. And what can I do, body? Asking your body, what can I do, body, to bolster you, to help you through this ascension process, to change this maybe a little bit quicker, like a little bit, So, and especially if you have had tools and you've tried these tools and these tools have not been changing it, then I would start asking this question. And you probably just got an awareness when I started talking about it and said, truth, is this part of your ascension process? And then if it is, just be like, okay, I'd just like a little bit more ease and relax. And I know that's tough because we are in a doing world where we are supposed to do, and we're supposed to be working really hard and right. And adrenal fatigue is common nowadays. Like, so many people have adrenal fatigue because they're so forcing and working so hard and in fight or flight, in survival, and we just aren't in thrival, right? But a lot of us don't know how to be in thrival. So moving from survival to thrival is it's ascending. It's taking us through the ascension process and moving into a different dimension, a different frequency, where we can instantly actualize, where we can magically have things happen. And you think, you're like, I don't know how that happened, but you had the thought, hey, I'd really like to have this happen, and then it magically happens. That's you vibrating at that frequency to be able to actualize something in that moment. So cool. Cool. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So are you tracking? Is everybody tracking? Is this making sense? So what things do you guys do? I think Kimberly said sleep. We talked about meditation, being outside, things like that. Laughter, joy, raise your frequency. Like, go make somebody laugh. Make yourself laugh. Go to a comedy, go watch a comedy show or something. just to get yourself to laugh. Like, I crack jokes all the time just and then I crack myself up. Like, I'm like, I think I'm funny. Um, but I'm okay if nobody else laughs. That's not the point. The point is like I find things funny, right? Because I like to laugh. And I know that that makes my frequency lighter. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Yep. Kimberly says my dogs sleep with me, so I'm not alone. Yep. That's awesome. Yep. Totally. Um, and it can be the smallest things, right? I gave you some tricks today, but like what sort of things do you know that you just enjoy it? Like you might I love to sing, dance, uh, like do art, right? Like just find those things that bring you joy, and that joy is that lighter vibration. That joy, and this is the other trick with the ascension process and the symptoms, when you start finding things to be joyful, joy that may cause more joy in your life, that bring more joy, those symptoms will naturally lessen because you won't be focusing on them. So I also know that when we're kind of in the dumps or we're like, struggling with stuff, we really focus on the things that aren't working, right? So how can you shift your focus to the things that are working? What can you be grateful for, right? Again, if you're in the cesspool, if you're in the mud, you're probably judging yourself. Judgment is a very low frequency. Gratitude is a way lighter frequency. And judgment and gratitude cannot exist in the same place. So what can you be grateful for? And truly grateful for it, not just lip service. You know how we often are like, oh yeah, I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for that, right? But it can be lip service. Yeah. I think we probably want to block Angel Smith. So that's not me, just so you know. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Cool, Jason. Yeah, I mean, find the tricks like dancing under the moonlight. Like, yeah, if that's fun for you, and I know that's not what you're doing, but you're doing a ritual. But like, I just thought of like sometimes women do or people get out and they like dance under the moonlight. Whatever it is, like anything that's fun for you that you enjoy doing is that higher, lighter frequency. And just do more of that. And find it can be little things, right? Maybe at first you're like, okay, I can't, maybe just breathe, just take some deep breaths, and then be like, okay, Venus said, if you remember this, it's like Venus said, you're looking down. Now look up, just look up, and stay there for a minute or two and see how that feels. That's cool. Right? So if you have any questions about raising your vibration, or how to raise yourself to your vibration, you can definitely comment or give me, or you can comment in the comments. That's awesome, Jason. That sounds great. Yeah, so I just know that it's really easy to stay in the lower, heavier vibration. And unfortunately or fortunately, you have the power, and you're really the only one that has the power to get yourself out of it. So, but you can change it. And I've been there before. Whatever you're going through, physical stuff, emotional stuff, relationship stuff, I've had it all, right? But that frequency is just attracting more of that to you, right? So how do we change it? How do we move to a different vibration? And then just enjoy it. Somehow find enjoyment in it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let us take a really quick break, and then we will actually do a visualization meditation on the other side, all about raising our vibration. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Times TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Welcome forward, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Okay. If you didn't have any questions or anything you wanted to talk about, we will just do a guided visualization now to help raise ourselves into a higher vibration. I hope you enjoy it. Wherever you are, if you're driving, please do not close your eyes, of course, but if you are not driving, you can close your eyes. And just relax. Breathe in, breathe out, and relax. Breathe in, exhale out, and relax. And just allow, music is a great frequency changer as well, especially music that you love or music that just helps you relax. So allow the music from the visualization today to relax you, to take you on an adventure, a journey. And just notice how the free music vibrates the cells. And relax. Relaxing, not forcing, not trying to make things happen. Relaxing is one of those ways that you can change your frequency. We really are, the third dimension is Third and fourth dimension really is that space of hard work and trying to force things. Some of you, maybe many of you, the old ways of making money no longer work because there's a new way, that relaxing and letting things come to you. I'm not saying you aren't in action and you don't still create, but anything that you're doing to necessarily chase money may or may not work out so well for you. I know that anything that I was doing just to make money was not working. So I had to move into this like trusting the universe, still being in action and creating, but allowing things to come to me, things that I never imagined even possible, things that couldn't have even created in my own mind. Breathe in, exhale out, and relax, and receive. Ascending as you're moving into the lighter frequencies, it does become a matter of receiving, allowing the universe to contribute to you and receiving with gratitude. And those very special surprises that seem to come out of nowhere. So let's lower our walls and barriers, even the ones we don't know about. Push them down, pull them down, just try and uncreate them. It's okay, you created them. But walls and barriers are also third and fourth dimension. They are that push against, that resistance, that force, that trying to contain things. But when we surrender and we lower our walls and barriers, we allow ourselves to vibrate out, to reach the far reaches of the universe, to expand our energy out, and to touch each other energetically, to say hello. Walls and barriers keep us separate. They do not protect us. Our awareness protects us. And without the walls and barriers, we can receive even more. So lay back and receive. Allow yourself to perceive this energy that the universe desires to contribute to you. Money is just energy. Health and vitality is energy. Other people and beings in your life are energy. As you lower your walls and barriers even more and more, allowing yourself to just become a conduit. A being that has simultaneity of gifting and receiving at the same time. Believe it or not, it's not more altruistic to be giving all the time. Because the universe desires to gift you as well. How much does it contribute to you and make you feel good when something that you're giving to somebody else or gifting to somebody else is received with gratitude? They're so grateful that you thought of them. They're so grateful for what you did for them. How does that make you feel? Makes you feel pretty good, huh? So when somebody else gives something to you, or wants to contribute to you, or the universe desires to contribute to you, how happy is the universe or those people when you receive it with gratitude? Thank you, universe. Thank you, friend. So allow yourself to just become this energetic vibration, this frequency that is the simultaneity of gifting and receiving at the same time, where you receive the beauty around you, where you receive the gifts, where you even receive perhaps some symptoms that you've been dealing with that have to do with your ascension process, that you receive those with gratitude as well, knowing that you are ascending, that you are changing, that you are becoming a different frequency, a different vibration, and that while some things might be uncomfortable, you're growing, you're changing, you're becoming. So allow yourself to just be grateful for, like, okay, if this is part of my ascension process, then I'm grateful. And would it be possible to have a little more ease? You can ask for that too. It's time. It's time to live your life, to enjoy it, to laugh, to play, to have fun, to explore, to live in places that you've always wanted to live. Now is the time. There will never be a better time someday, because now is all there really is. So what choices can you make today to live your life? And not wait for the what ifs and somedays, and as long as all of my ducks are in a row. I don't know if you've ever really paid attention to ducks, but they kind of are in a row, but not really. Breathe in Exhale out. Allow yourself to relax, to receive, and to perceive what it is that maybe you've always asked for on some level, but haven't really cognitively necessarily. You might have cognitively asked for it. But there's something that you've always asked for in some way. Maybe it's just to be happier, to be healthier, to be in a loving partnership. Or maybe it's to have a certain thing or to experience a certain thing, to be a mentor for others or to teach others or to sing. Maybe you've always wanted to sing. What is it that you've always maybe secretly wished for or dreamed of? And I want you to imagine yourself having, being, doing that right now. Maybe you've always wanted to be a comedian. Or like you just like to make people feel good, make people laugh. Whatever it is, whatever you've wished for, dreamed for, no matter how big or how small, it doesn't matter. Size does not matter here. See yourself having it, being it, doing it right now. How do you feel? How does it make you feel? Just notice how much lighter you feel doing, being, doing, having whatever it is that you've always wished for and dreamed of. Right here, right now. And allow it to soak in. Allow that frequency, that vibration, that energy to infuse every cell, every fiber of your being. Allow yourself to include all of your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? And how do you feel? How does your body feel? And as you experience this here and now, I want you to just observe. Maybe it's a feeling, maybe you can see it, maybe you can just sense it. What is this dream, this wish, this experience doing to your energy field? Is it expanding your energy field? Is it lightening your energy field? Is it going in and out like waves? Whatever is happening for you is perfect for you. There's no right or wrong here. Just allow that experience in the now to radiate, to ripple out, to become this frequency, this harmony. Like I'm thinking of like there's a frequency that bats are attuned to, right? That they are drawn to. So this frequency that you're vibrating right now, this energy that you're emitting, is now becoming a magnet and pulling anything that matches that vibration, that brings that vibration here and now. Just attracts it. It's like sending out a beacon. So allowing yourself to really tune into this frequency that you're emitting right now, vibrating right now. And I'd like to encourage you as you go about your day, week, month, year, that every time you get near something that is that frequency or that vibration, you trust it and you follow it. That you go and find what that is. Maybe it's taking you to a specific coffee shop or guiding you to a different trail in the woods or inviting you to take a trip. Or there's something, many things possibly. Just let this frequency, let this lightness, let this joy be your guiding light and show you where to go next. It might be the slightest pull that you just instinctively know that is the direction to go today. And then just watch and enjoy how your life, your living, start to come together as if by magic. Allowing yourself to receive the many little blessings that happen in our lives all the time. Maybe it's you walk into a store and you just are taken aback by this simple flower or plant that seems to be talking to you specifically. take it home and you realize how much that little plant brings you so much joy. Or maybe you adopt a kitten because it matched that energy of what you've been asking for. And you realized how much that kitten contributes to your life. Because you follow that whisper, you follow the magic. And you let that frequency guide you, to show you. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale out. Find the smallest thing to be grateful for and to make you smile. That too helps raise your vibration. Get into a different frequency. Exhale out. Slowly you're placing your hands on your thighs or your thighs on your hands. One of my favorites, rubbing my hands together. Just remembering what that feels like, remembering what that energy is like. So that you can follow it throughout your day. And very gently and slowly open your eyes if they're closed. Bring yourself back forward. This was enjoyable and enlightening for you. You had a couple of people asking some questions, so I wanted to just give ourselves a few minutes to address those. She said, Kimberly said, but can this be why I've been experiencing so much more weird chaos lately? The Ascension, that would make sense. Well, first of all, something I try to always do, I don't always, but like truth, what do you know? Is that what's true for you? But yeah, I mean, I think all the shifts and changes were all ascending, right? And then us light workers are ascending ahead of people to show them the way. So we're the way showers. So anything in your life that isn't at the higher frequency or the next dimension that you're headed for will essentially feel chaotic and like it needs to be shaken apart. It's like we have to we have to kind of clean out the drawers. So if there's things in our bodies that aren't in that matching that frequency, then they're getting shaken. They're literally getting vibrated out of ourselves. So because you're vibrating at a different frequency. So the things that don't vibrate at that frequency have to be vibrated out. So this is true for your life. This is true. Ascension process symptoms be external. Sure, Bob, electronics burning out and stuff. Yes, that could be. again, just ask a question. Truth, is this an ascension process thing? And electronics, especially since we were just in Mercury retrograde, that's typical of Mercury retrograde stuff. Mercury retrograde tends to be the electronic stuff. But great news, we're coming out of that in the next couple of days. So, but again, ask a question. What's true for you? And what's true for you will make you feel lighter. And if it's heavy, it'll make you feel heavier. But those are great questions. Thank you for asking that. And yeah, I think more than anything, I'd just love for you guys just to be extremely gentle with yourself, be gentle with your process, be gentle with your experiences, and not judge yourself, not judge them, and just, again, find some reason to be grateful for them. Be like, okay, for some reason, this relationship is not resonating or not vibrating at the frequency of where I'm going. So that relationship needs to go away. Okay, I know that can be sad, but they don't want to go where you want to go. So you also don't want to drag people with you that don't want to go where you want to go, right? So wherever you're asking to go is going to be different than many others. And I will say this, just as like a kind of caveat in general, we are entering a time where a lot of people will physically choose to leave the planet. And that is because they do not want to go to the next dimension. And that's okay. They don't have to, right? But if you do and you want to, then just ask for a little bit more ease in the process. I adore you all very, very much. And thank you for the comments and the questions and for being here. Super grateful for each and every one of you. I hope you got a lot out of that visualization, and you can always watch the replay and catch up on anything or do that visualization again. It started at about 30 minutes past the hour. So I adore you. You have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.